option. So it's a tutoring company where you tutor your subjects and modules that you have distinctions for. So you don't necessarily have to tutor only university subjects. If you don't have any distinctions for any of your modules in varsity, you can tutor the subjects that you have distinctions for in high school. And this, for your languages, this is for English and your home language, your first additional language, and so forth. You only need like a 75% on your metric certificate to be able to tutor those, and the rest of the subjects you need at least an 80% on your metric certificate to be able to tutor those. For your university modules, you need a 75% for any of the modules that you would want to tutor. And I honestly think this is one of the best tutoring companies I've ever worked with, because you don't have to go out there and look for your own students or sell yourself or anything like that. But yeah, no, they bring the students, right? So they do all the marketing for you, and then they fund the students. The only thing that happens is when the students get on the platform, they post, the company is gonna post a job on the platform, and you get to apply for the gig, and they'll propose you if you qualify for the, if you have, yes, if you qualify, as in if you have a distinction on that module, right, or 75%, if it's a language, then they'll propose you, the student will pick you, should they like you. But it's not as hard as all those other tutoring companies make it, that you have to have pegs and I think when I started last year December, and it only took me like 2 weeks to learn my first student. And there's a big demand for tutors, especially for commerce subjects and science subjects. Actually, for all subjects, there's a big demand for those tutors. So if you know you're good with those and you have distinctions, this might be a chance for you to make some money, while you're still working on whatever you're working on. This was a really good chance for me. So the pay on average, I'll attach a picture of how much I've made since I started the previous year. Actually, it's not last year. I started December 2022. Yes. So the whole of last year, I'll attach a picture of how much I managed to make the whole of last year. But on average, each class an hour for high school students pays around 170, depending on the grade 11, I think, and 12 pays around 170 something rands an hour. Grade 10 is about 160 something, I think, and then the lower the grade and the subject, of course, the simpler it is, right? So the lowest I've ever gotten paid for an hour class was around 130 rand, and that was for grade 8 learner. And I think the lowest, in addition to that, the lowest amount I've gotten paid overall, which was a 45 class, not a 1 hour class. The 130 was for a 1 hour class. This was a 45 minutes class, and it was, I think, 120, somewhere there. So it was and this was like an English, a grade 8 learner. So the low, but I think the lowest is around there, around 20, even for grade 7's going down. So in addition to that, the highest for university students can go as high as 310 rands per hour, depending on the subjects, because the fourth year subjects, third year subjects are considered a bit more difficult, so they pay a lot more. So if you have distinctions in your third year or your final year or whatnot, yeah, you stand a good chance So I only have like my degree, that the one that I've completed is I had distinctions up to my final year, so I could get paid a variety and a lot more for university final year subjects, which is pretty good. The application process is pretty simple. You're just gonna need your high school matric certificate. In addition to that, you're gonna need your academic transcript, and also you are also going to need a finger profile, just to check, you are safe to work with kids and whatnot. It's like police fingerprint certificate something, yes. But you don't need to go to the police station. They have offices across the country that they work with that you can just go and get it faster in a day, although it's gonna charge you. I think when I did it, I paid like 300 rands, I think, and then I got my results back in 24 hours, and after that my profile was active, and 2 weeks later I landed my first student, and it was a genetics student, and it was paying me 340 something, right? So my first class, I made back the money I used on paying for the fingerprints. So I'll show you the application process, so stay tuned. It's either this video or a part 2 where I'll do a part 2 where I show you the application process and what the dashboard on the inside looks like. Yeah. Oops, I almost forgot. The company is called Teach Me Too, so you can go look it up and do your own research if you want to do that. You can also watch the rest of the video where I show you what the company, how to find it and whatnot, and the application process, so that you know what you should be, what documents you should be gathering for the application process. But anyways, bye. Hi guys, this is part 2 of the video that I was doing. So this is the name of the company. It's called Teach Me Too, right? So what you're gonna do is go search Teach Me Too or Teach Me Too requirements or application. First or second link should work, and then it's gonna bring you here. So when it brings you here, you can click become a tutor, or you can scroll down. If you scroll down, the perks of working with Teach Me Too is you choose from thousands of jobs. You tutor online or face-to-face, like I already said. This is also gonna help you build your resume, right? Because this is a job that you can actually enlist as experience on your resume. And I think I did this and it really helped me too, because in landing my current job, which is not in tutoring in any way, but it showed that I had experience in something that's related in a related field. Find a meaningful job that fits into your schedule. Shouldn't be so difficult. Become a teacher with Teach Me Too, and we'll do all the hard work for you. What this really just means is you can schedule classes for whatever time you would want to take the classes, right? So it's not like telling you this is the time that you have to take the class. No, you can schedule the classes for whatever time, and they pay you, so you don't have to go through the hassle of fighting with clients to pay you or whatnot. So the clients, when they book classes with you, they pay the company, and then the company pays you. So of course the company takes their cut. You don't even get to know how much the client is paying to the company, but you get your money, and it's fair pay, honestly. So it's a really good, I think it's a really good setup. You don't have to go look for your clients. You don't have to do any of the hard work advertising yourself, doing, no, you don't gotta do any of that. You just need to set up your profile, record a video, an introduction video, that a demo actually, right, that goes to the company. And then you get to choose from thousands of jobs, like I already said. Future students straight away or on the other side of the world. We'll let you know as soon as the job we have a job that suits you and fits into your schedule. So whenever they have a job that because once you apply on your dashboard or on your profile, it's gonna list all the subjects and modules that you're qualified to teach. So whenever there's a job that matches the subjects on your dashboard, you'll receive an SMS with a link to go directly into the job to apply as fast as you can. So which really helps because then you don't have to log in into the computer and go. No, you don't have to do any of that. So you can tutor pretty much anything: school subjects, university, languages, and coding. So if you've got any coding certificates, you've got any language certificate like your ESL certificates, you can submit them, right, to be able to tutor English as a second language. Your high school matric certificate, your university subjects. Our award-winning support team manages the tutoring admin and helps you out whenever you need it. This is the best service I've ever gotten with the tutoring company. Whenever the client has questions, they call you. Whenever you have questions, you can just request a call back and you'll be sure they will call you. Whenever you want something changed on your dashboard or on your client side, if the client requests to reschedule classes, you can do that. So another thing is they have their own tutoring platform, right? So it's very versatile. You can tutor anything. You can tutor maths on it. You can tutor coding. It's with video. It's got video, text, whiteboards. You can upload documents on there. So this helps so you don't have to go through the hassles of using um any of the other platforms and whatnot that you could use to tutor classes. So you tutor your classes in there. You join in through a link. It's very simple. So what do you need to qualify? You need to be 18 years and older. You need to be a South African citizen or have a valid work visa, although they do hire North American citizens. So North American tutors. So between North America and South Africa, that's where they hire. And the fact that you're in South Africa doesn't mean you get to tutor only South African students. You get to tutor everybody anywhere from the whole world. I've had tutors from the US. I've had students from the US, from Asia, from all over the world. You need to be able to put the students' needs first, of course. You need to be committed and enthusiastic, have reliable transport for face-to-face tutoring and reliable internet for online tutoring. So the commitment is a big thing because you might find a student who decided to book classes like for a year. So you need to make sure that when you're committing to that, you can show up for a year. You need to provide a matric certificate with at least 80% in the school subjects that you want to tutor. You need to provide your university transcript with at least 75% in the university subjects that you want to tutor. And you also need to provide supporting documents to verify the above points. So you can have your degree certificate attached if you already have your degree or your matric certificate and your academic transcripts, submit them, and then they will help you set up your profile and get everything going. So next, you just click become a tutor. You pick your country: South Africa, Ireland, UK, US, and other. So once you have picked the country, they need to verify if you think you meet the minimum requirement, which is you have an A or above for university subjects, or you have an A plus for high school subjects, or you have substantial experience, like you are a teacher in those subjects. Also, do you have a vehicle for your transport and whatnot? You don't need a vehicle, though. You just need to make sure you can get there, right? So next, you fill in your first name, your last name, your email, your password, and this is what, once your profile is set up, this is what the dashboard or the website looks like on the inside. So far I've taught 308 lessons, but then this was like a few weeks ago, though it's more now, and I had about 87 upcoming lessons. And since I started on the platform, I had made about 55,586 rands. So this is across from the December 2022 to now, like Feb, March, yes, March 2024. So some months are good depending on how many students you have and the commitment that you, how committed you are. Are you actually showing up to your classes on time and actually teaching all your classes that are scheduled, right? Or are you rescheduling a lot of your classes? But honestly, the highest I've made in 1 month would have been 10,000. So you get paid by monthly, so sometime at the middle of the month and then sometime at the end of the month. So they have a deadline of when you have to confirm classes, and then those confirmed classes would be paid on the next pay cycle, and then the next ones you confirm up until a certain date, they get paid on the next date. But I've never had any payment issues with this company. They are pretty good. So as you can see here, I've had about 55,000 rands made from here, and in April this year I made around 348. It was still slow. I wasn't sure I wanted to start up. I wasn't sure I wanted to start up this year actually, because I had a lot going on my plate. So I didn't think I was gonna actually do it. So until I figured, okay, it's not, my schedule is not that bad. So of course, towards the beginning of the year, it's a bit slow because, well, all classes have ended and everything. So beginning of the year, January, February, it's a bit slow. But you can see last year, November, I made like 1.1. And then October, I made 1,200 and whatnot. But then the idea is you get paid 2 times a month. So you can see that here. And then October last year, it wasn't that much. And then for December, I started around December, right? November, late November, I think actually. And then my first pay was on the 8th of December, and it was that genetics student. This was for 3 lessons, I think. And then as time went on, it went up and up. And then April, I made like 6,000. Then May, I made like 10,000, 6,000 plus 4,000, and so forth and so forth. So the pay is pretty good if you're consistent. Because around last year, around from March, May, June, I was being very consistent with my classes, and I had a lot of classes. I was getting like 2, 3, maybe sometimes 5 classes per day. And this weren't even like, excessive. The only thing was the preparation of the class. Of course, if you want to show up for your students and be able to like give them value for their money, so you gotta prepare, because you prepare the lessons yourself. They don't provide you the material unless if the student gives you their like slides and their notes and everything. You can actually request it, because when a student books lessons with you and when you're due to get started, they're gonna send you the students' details, and then you you get you have to talk to the student before you start with the lesson, just to establish rapport, so that the student feels free and whatnot in the class. So as you can see on my dashboard, I'm currently at 461 first, 61st, 461st, and the tutor rank. So the tutor rank works. The more lessons you tutor, the lower your rank goes. But it doesn't really affect anything, because they're not looking at your rank. They're looking at the subjects that you qualify to tutor or that you have distinctions for. So it doesn't affect whether you get the job or not. It's just helpful. It's just like there really. I don't really know what purpose it serves, but yeah.